The wasteland. It's a place of dust, despair, and brutal survival. In this desolate world, George Miller unleashes Furiosa, a prequel that throws us headfirst into the chaotic realm of Immortan Joe's reign. We meet Furiosa, a young woman hardened by the harsh realities of survival. But she's not alone in this struggle. The Citadel, ruled by the tyrannical Immortan Joe, becomes a stage for power struggles and desperate bids for freedom. Enter Dementus, a warlord as eccentric as he is ruthless, commanding attention with his manic energy and unsettling grin. His presence injects a dose of wild unpredictability into the already volatile world of Furiosa. From the moment he bursts onto the screen, Dementus is a force of nature. He embodies the chaos and desperation of the wasteland, a stark reminder of the lengths people will go to for survival. He craves power, respect, and the roar of the engine, all while clinging to a twisted sense of humor that's as disarming as it is disturbing. Furiosa thrives on its ability to introduce us to characters etched with complexity and driven by desperation. Their interactions, clashes, and alliances form the backbone of the narrative, painting a vivid picture of life and death in a world gone mad. And Dementus, with his unique brand of madness, stands out as a captivating embodiment of this struggle. If you like our content so far, please smash that like button and subscribe. Now let's continue. Dementus is not your average warlord. He's a showman, a conductor of chaos who finds perverse joy in the heat of battle. He doesn't just command his warboys, he whips them into a frenzy, reveling in their blind devotion and the mayhem they unleash. His eyes, magnified by his twisted visage, burn with a manic energy that's both terrifying and strangely magnetic. His attire, a bizarre mix of salvaged armor and theatrical flair, reflects his chaotic nature. He is a walking spectacle, a grotesque parody of power in a world obsessed with dominance. But beneath the madness, there's a cunning intellect at work. Dementus understands the rules of the wasteland, knows how to exploit fear and loyalty to his advantage. His humor, if you can call it that, is as dark and twisted as the world he inhabits. He finds amusement in the macabre, cracks jokes in the face of death, and uses dark humor as a weapon to unnerve his enemies. This unsettling humor adds a layer of complexity to his character, making him more than just a one-dimensional villain. Dementus is a study in contrasts, a whirlwind of brutality and dark humor. He's a product of the wasteland, shaped by its unforgiving laws and driven by an insatiable hunger for power. But it's the unsettling humor, the glimmers of humanity peeking through the madness, that make him such a fascinating character to dissect. Dementus's domain is the Bullet Farm, a fortress of scrap metal and firepower. It's a testament to his resourcefulness and his ruthlessness. Here, he reigns supreme, his word law, his presence demanding unquestioning obedience. He controls the flow of ammunition, making him a crucial player in the power dynamics of the wasteland. He understands that in this world, power flows from the barrel of a gun, and he has built his empire on this principle. He surrounds himself with loyal warboys, young men indoctrinated from birth to worship Immortan Joe and embrace a warrior's death. These are his tools, his weapons, extensions of his will. But Dementus is not just a brute force. He is a cunning strategist, able to anticipate his enemies' moves and counter them with brutal efficiency. He understands the value of alliances, though he forges them with an eye towards his own benefit. He is always looking for an angle, a way to exploit the weaknesses of others. His methods might be unorthodox, bordering on insane, but they are undeniably effective. He doesn't play by the rules, he bends them, breaks them, and reshapes them to suit his needs. This unpredictability makes him a formidable opponent, one that even Immortan Joe has to regard with a degree of caution. The wasteland is a breeding ground for conflict, and Dementus thrives in this environment. He's constantly at odds with rival warlords, vying for control of resources and territory. His battles are legendary, a chaotic ballet of fire, steel, and bloodlust. His rivalry with the Bullet Farmer, a grizzled veteran who controls a crucial water source, is particularly heated. Their clashes are a testament to the brutal realities of survival, where alliances are fluid and betrayal is always a possibility. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty, to lead his warboys into the fray with a battle cry on his lips. But his most intriguing dynamic is with Furiosa. Their paths collide in a maelstrom of dust and engine roar, their ambitions on a collision course. He sees her strength, her defiance, and recognizes a kindred spirit, albeit one who challenges his worldview. Theirs is a battle of wits, as much as it is a physical confrontation. Their encounters are electric, charged with tension and a strange undercurrent of respect. They push each other to their limits, forcing the other to adapt and evolve. In a way, Dementus recognizes Furiosa's potential, even as he seeks to bend her to his will. It's this complex relationship, this clash of ideologies and ambitions, that fuels much of the film's narrative drive. In the heart of the wasteland, where hope seems like a distant memory, Dementus finds solace in the macabre. His quirks, dark and often unsettling, is more than just a coping mechanism. It's a weapon, a shield, and a strange form of communication. His peculiarities, often tinged with madness, echoes through the desolate landscape, a jarring counterpoint to the ever-present threat of violence. He uses sinister humor to unsettle his enemies, to undermine their resolve, and to remind them of the absurdity of their situation. He finds amusement in the grotesque, in the failures of others, and in the fleeting nature of life itself. His jokes, often delivered at the most inopportune moments, serve as a reminder that even in the face of death, there's room for a twisted kind of humor. This dark humor isn't just for shock value, it adds an unexpected layer of depth to his character and to the film as a whole. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that even in the most desperate of circumstances, humanity finds a way to laugh. And in the hands of a master storyteller like George Miller, it becomes a tool for social commentary, a reflection on the resilience of the human spirit. Dementus' humor is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, laughter can be a powerful force. It can be a way to cope, a way to rebel, and a way to connect with others. And in the desolate world of Furiosa, it's a flickering candle in the overwhelming darkness. Dementus leaves an indelible mark on the Mad Max universe. He is more than just a villain. He is a force of nature, an embodiment of the chaos and desperation that defines the wasteland. His presence lingers long after the credits roll, a testament to the power of a well-crafted antagonist. He challenges our perceptions of good and evil, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable realities of survival in a world gone mad. His legacy is one of chaos, but also of resilience, of finding humor in the face of despair. Dementus reminds us that even in a world stripped bare, humanity endures, albeit in its most primal and often unsettling forms. His impact on Furiosa is undeniable. He elevates the film beyond a simple action movie, injecting it with a dose of dark humor and psychological complexity. His interactions with Furiosa in particular are a masterclass in character development, highlighting the gray areas of morality that define the Mad Max universe. So, as you venture into the wasteland with Furiosa, keep an eye out for Dementus. He is a character you won't soon forget, a testament to the power of great storytelling and the enduring appeal of the Mad Max universe. What do you think of his chaotic reign? If you've seen the film, rate it in the comments and share your thoughts. Until next time, stay safe and keep the spirit of the wasteland alive.